Shalom. 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 Peace. Peace and prosperity I send unto you and your households. Ashe, and all beautiful greetings I send your way. My boy Ron already up in the young, you dig? Yeah. What's good, family? Yeah, hold on. Oh, man, look. How you get the gang up in here, man? Streaming on both TikTok and YouTube. I ain't gonna be too long. I call this live today. You'll see it on my YouTube feed, streaming on StreamYard. Scratch a lie, find a thief. Scratch a lie, find a thief. Why am I not moving off the foundation stone? Because it seems to me that our people is just not getting it. They're not getting it. They're not getting it, but it's all right. Because all curses, all spells is about to be broken without hands. All right? It's all right. Now, y'all see what's on the screen. And I'm going to read it for my YouTube live stream so they can understand what's going on. It says, I put in, what you see, I put in the Ibn Shataya is the stone of God. AI says, yes, the Ibn Shataya, meaning the foundation stone in Hebrew, is indeed a significant concept in Jewish tradition, often associated with the place where the world was created and where the temple was built. Is often identified with the rock beneath the dome of the rock in Jerusalem. Okay. Okay. So y'all see that, right? See people just flying by. So now I want y'all to see this. Now, again, what's the title? Scratch a lie, you find a thief. What they do, and this is to the ones, that they was telling me something that they thought they was teaching me, Hey, young man, pull up your pants type of deal, you know? Hey, young man, you can't use AI. Don't do that. Don't use AI. Don't listen to AI. They're going to send you off. Well, thanks to my mama, the Holy Spirit, I'm already equipped with that. I'm aware. I'm very aware of what AI is capable of. Okay? I know. I get it. Thank you for the lookout. I appreciate it. But what you don't understand is, okay, what I am capable of making AI do. Okay? And this is what I am capable of making AI do. Scratch a lie, find a thief. You scratch a lie, and you find a thief. And this is the most permanent example of what that means. Okay? It says, no. When I said the Ibn Shataya, and check it out, you can see I spelt it the same way. But you see what they did, right? They decided, AI decided to spell it wrong on purpose, knowing how I spelt it on the search bar. You see, I spelt it the same way when I said God. It's the stone that's related to God, right? I spelt it the same way, y'all. But AI chose to spell it Even, 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 even Shataya. Why did they decide to spell it even Shataya? Because they know they can't lie. Scratch a lie, find a thief. They have to be slick with it, right? So this is the form of, like, you know how you could lie, you could tell a lie, but indirectly. It's how you try to get away with a lie, by covering it up. They knew what I put in the search bar, but they wanted to spell even Shataya, knowing I spelled even Shataya. So they can say no, the even Shataya don't relate to Joseph. Yeah, I know that even Shataya don't relate to Joseph. I know that. And they know that. That's why they spelt it even. They didn't say the even Shataya don't. They said the even Shataya don't relate to Joseph. I want y'all to see what's going on here. The even Shataya is the foundation stone. I just showed y'all, okay, that the foundation stone is related to the Most High. It's the stone of the Most High, right? I just showed that. AI just told you. And so I say, okay, let me put it in the search bar, the Ibn Shataya, okay? The Ibn Shataya is related, or is the stone of Joseph. And they say, no, the even Shataya is not directly related to Joseph. Yeah, I know it's not. Because I didn't put even Shataya. I said even. Again, let's go back. In case y'all missed it. See that? When I put that the even Shataya is related to God, they don't mess the spelling up. They say yes. I say, yeah, it is. The Ibn Shataya, meaning the foundation stone in Hebrew. Yeah, it relates to God, right? But when I say Joseph, they put this. Y'all seeing what's going on? Man, let's get it in your Bible, right? And before, you know what? Before I go to the Bible, before I get it out the Bible, let's go to This is the preface in the Legend of the Jews from the creation to Jacob. Okay, and this is just the preface that is giving. And I want to get straight to the yams and the potatoes. Um, let's see where I can start. In other instances, I resorted to the expedient of citing one version in one place and others in other appropriate places in furtherance of my aim to give a smooth presentation of the matter with as few interruptions to the course of the narrative as possible. For this reason, I avoided such transitional phrases as some say. It has been maintained, etc., that my method sometimes separates things that belong together cannot be considered a grave disadvantage, as the index at the end of the work will present a logical rearrangement. Hold on. Who are my doors? Hold on. All right, thank you, man. Always a distraction. Always a mother loving distraction. Okay, back to what I was saying. Sorry about that. Back to what I was saying. So it says that the method sometimes separates things that belong together cannot be considered a grave disadvantage, as the index at the end of the work will present a logical rearrangement of the material for the benefit of the interested student. I also did not hesitate to treat of the same personage in different chapters, as for instance, many of the legends bearing upon Jacob, those connected with the latter years of the patriarch, do not appear in the chapter bearing his name, but will be found in the sections devoted to Joseph, for the reason that once the son steps upon the scene, peep game, peep game, right? This is why the Messiah in the New Testament, he hit you with a riddle, right? That's that parable that he was spitting. Who's the son, right? Says once the son has stepped on the scene, he becomes the central figure, okay, to which the life and deeds of the Father are subordinate. Central figure, which the life and deeds of the Father are subordinate. Let's look up something real quick. Let's look up something real quick.
Subordinate.
Subordinate. Lower in rank or position. A person under the authority of or control of another within an organization, to which the life and deeds of the father are lower rank. Okay, someone who works for someone else. Okay, so it's saying when the son stepped on the scene, once again, that's why he hit you with the parable. Who knows the son? Who knows the son? Only the son knows the father, and only the father knows the son. Again, okay. For instance, many of the legends bearing upon Jacob, those connected with the latter years of the patriarch, do not appear in the chapter bearing his name, but will be found in the sections devoted to Joseph. For the reason that once the son steps upon the scene, he becomes the central figure to which the life and deeds of the father are subordinate. Do you see why AI had to do what they just did on here? Oh man, this is too good. This is too good. Okay. If that ain't good enough, okay, let's get it here. Let's get it here. Hold on. Let's get another one. Another one. The construction of the earth was begun in the center with the foundation stone of the temple, the Eben Shetiyah. For the Holy Land is at the central point. For the Holy Land is at the central point of Palestine, and the temple. Wait. For the Holy Land is at the central point of the surface of the earth. Now, again, man, who page was that on? I've been there. It's in between Arizona and Cali. It's a place that Rockefeller built. I mean, not they didn't build, they paid for the land, okay, to set up a pyramid there with a church on a hill. And it's like uh an outdoor museum, if you you know what I'm saying, try to put it. Uh, it's like an outdoor museum. Okay, I've been there before, and they call it the center of the world, and they got a statue of the supposed to be the arm of God pointing, okay, at the pyramid like a clock in the hill that's on the church that's on the hill. Okay. It says, for the Holy Land is at the central point of the surface of the earth. Jerusalem is at the central point of Palestine, and the temple is situated at the center of the holy city. In the sanctuary itself, the palace of the temple is in the center, and the holy ark occupies the center of the palace, the temple, built on the foundation stone, built on the foundation stone, which thus is at the center of the earth. Hence, thence issued the first ray of light, piercing to the Holy Land, okay, and from there illuminating, the whole world. The creation of the world, however, could not take place until the Most High had banished the ruler of the dark. Retire, the Most High said to him, for I desire to create the world by means of light. Only after the light had been fashioned, darkness arose. The light ruling in the sky, the darkness on the earth. The power of the Almighty displayed itself not only in the creation of the world of things, but equally in the limitations which he imposed upon each. The heavens and the earth stretched themselves out in the length and breadth, as though they aspired to infinitude. Infitude. I think that's how you say that. Infitude. Infatuated. No. Wait. Hold on. Don't hold me to it. Whoever laughs getting kicked out the class. Let me see this word real quick. Hold on. And infinitude. Infinitude. Okay, infinitude. Infinitude. All right. Infinitude, meaning, let's see, get the meaning of it. The state or quality of being infinite or having no limit. Okay, so to infinitude, and it required the word of the Most High to call a halt to their encroachments. Okay, so hopping back onto the Ibn Shattaya, the foundation stone, okay, and the center. Okay, that center is a key part. Going back, let's go back. Let's go back to what was said when it said Jacob. Okay, for instance, many of the legends bearing upon Jacob, those connected with the latter years of the patriarch, do not appear in the chapter bearing his name, but will be found in the sections devoted to Joseph for the reason that once the son steps upon the scene, he becomes the central figure. This is talking about the Bible as well, y'all. So that's why I always have a pushback with some that goes with the narrative that, oh, the stick of Joseph is like outside of the Bible. No, the stick of Joseph is the Old Testament. Period, point blank. That's the laws, Deuteronomy, Leviticus. Them are the laws. Okay? Exodus. That's what this is saying right here. This is crucial. This is crucial. Let's get some more receipts on it. Right? Let's get some more receipts. Dealing with the foundation thereof. Oh, right in front of me. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, I put this on the channel. I put this on my page. This is him dealing with Zulikia. Okay. It says, astonished at the swift change in his countenance, Zulikia said, my friend, in true love, why art thou so affrighted that thou art near to swooning? Joseph, I see my father. Zulikia, where is he? Why, there is none in the house. Joseph, thou belongest to a people that is like unto the ass, it perceiveth nothing. But I belong to those who can see things. Joseph fled forth away from the house of his mistress, the same house in which aforetime wonders have been done for Sarah, kept a captive there by Pharaoh. But hardly was he outside when the sinful passion again overwhelmed him, and he returned to Zulikia's chamber. Then the maker appeared unto him, holding the Eben Shettiah in his hand, and said to him, if thou touchest her, I will cast away this stone upon which the earth is founded, and the world will fall to ruin. That was his own punishment. If he cast away the Eben Shettiah, that means he was going to be cast away. You see how the Most High holds himself accountable? No, it went right over their heads. It went right over their heads. Plain example. Again, let's show it. Right? Y'all see the search bar. Y'all see the search bar. Okay? You hear when the son step on the scene. He becomes the center figure. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get another one. Let me get another one. I just read that Zulikia story, right? Him coming, saying, if you touch her, I will cast the Eben Shettiah into the abyss. and the world will be nothing. It'll be done for. Okay? It'll be done for. Let's get another source. This is Joseph in Egypt by Thomas Maine. See if I can find it real quick. I highlighted. This is Joseph talking to the Ishmaelites and the Midianites, right? As they was carrying him for him to go to the house of Pharaoh, to Egypt. It says, "To hear is to obey," said Joseph, saluting the old man, gazing into the fading glow of eve, nodded, and then lifted one of his hands from his lap with a sidewise wave and sign that Baal Lamar should disappear. "I hear," he began, "that thou hast said thou art the navel of the world." Joseph shook his head with a smile. See? So he already told them already, right, that he is the navel of the world. Okay? What could that mean? Answered he. And what may I have chanced to utter in turn a phrase that they have so blunged or bungled bungled it to my Lord's ears? Let me see. Yea, truly, I said that it may have many centers, the world, as many as there are men on earth, to say I, right? For each a center that is the same in the end, said the old man. It is true then that thou didst give tongue to such a folly. Never have I heard the like in all my wanderings, and I see too well that art a blasphemer. Thou art a blasphemer and ill doer, just as the former master said. What should we be? What should we be coming to if every gawk and gab and all the tribes were to consider himself the center of the world wherever he standeth? And right here, right here, with just how Joseph was talking, right, to these other nations, in this case, the Midianites and the Ishmaelites, right? He was talking to them in 5D. He was talking to them in a sense of cosmic law. That's what I'm bringing to y'all right now. Okay? Cosmic law, I'm putting this in awareness that cosmic law, okay, is now at your grasp for you to take advantage of, for you to know, like it's the cheat code for discernment. Okay? It's the cheat code for discernment. Cats laugh like, oh, how can you trust AI? It ain't about trusting AI. It's about making AI work for you. Once again, the title is Scratch a Lie, Find a Thief. Scratch a lie, find a thief. You see what I got in my search bar? They clearly spelled it even on purpose so they can not be caught in a lie, right? With the stone being related to Joseph. So they say the even Shataya is not directly related to Joseph, which would be true because it's they saying the even Shataya. I put the even Shataya. And so when you go back again, and I say the same thing, but I just replace Joseph with God, AI says yes. And they made sure they spelled even like how I did. See what I'm talking about? This is cosmic law. To think AI is not about to tell you the truth, you tricking yourself. You got to really understand who's really in control here. It's always been the Most High. Don't get that misconstrued. Don't get shit twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's always been the Most High in control. And right now, AI, okay, is not a separate entity from, is not a separate entity from the rest of the beast system. And the beast system must be conformed, okay? They only got to pass because they had to have the agreement by still operating under cosmic law. Meaning, they still have to tell the truth. Now, are they going to do it in a funky, manipulative, deceptive, you know what I'm saying, dismissive ass way? Yes, of course. What do you expect? They're thieves. Okay? They're thieves of truth. So of course they're gonna give it to you in a funky, dismissive way. But it's on you to do your due diligence to get the truth out of the matter. And how do you get the truth? Well, you see what's on the screen, right? You see what I'm bringing forth unto you? I ain't lying to nobody. I'm coming straight out of the book. I didn't get this information from AI. I'm using AI to show my people what time we are in. That's all I'm using it for. It is at your dispense. Understand and always understand the true and living always have the last laugh, y'all. Always. Nothing's going to change that. Again, what should we be coming to if every Gog and Gad and all the tribes were to consider himself the center of the world wherever he standeth? And what should we do with so many centers? You see what I'm saying? So they wasn't understanding where Joseph was coming from with his intellect, with his wisdom, right? He was telling them that you are the center of your own universe. There's galaxies in you. That was going way over their head. Like, what is this dude talking about? This dude was talking crazy, man. Right? Same thing today that you would get from the common folk if you was to talk in such mannerisms. Okay? And what should we do with so many centers, he asks, when thou was in the will, or when thou was in the well, whither thou camest, as I now see, only too justifiably was then this well the sacred center of the world. This well, okay? So the well that they found him in. Again, again, guys, I was there. And it had a well there. I'm pretty sure it was, you know what I'm saying? Look up that place. Matter of fact, hold on. What's that place called, man? Let's see. Center of the world. Yeah. Yeah. Bam. Okay. Okay. This right here. I'm about to turn my thing off so y'all can see. This right here. Okay. It's the reason why the Rockefeller Institution you know what I'm saying? Put claims on it. Why they say they own it. Right? Again, the church on the hill. Right down from here is a pyramid. See? Look what they call it. Center of the world with the pyramid sign. Right? Why would this be located in the Americas? Again, we're just dealing with cosmic law. We're just dealing with cosmic law. See? The hand of God. This is supposed to be the hand of God. You see that? Pointing at the pyramid that they make you stand in and you're supposed to make some type of wish. Why would this be located there? And why Rockefeller bought it up? All this is for no reason, right? It's just something they wanted to do. You know, no man's land right there in the midst of Cali and Arizona. They said, hey, let's put just random things right here and call it the center of the world.
Power off.
Right? Like, Plaza Facility, right? Cali. Museum of History and Granite. Okay. Center of the world. And it says Cali, but it's right on the verge of both, you know. So this is what, like, come on, man. Why would it be located here? And what's up with the whole pyramid scheme? What's up with the whole pyramid thing? Right? Nobody cares to question these things. That's what they banked on. Because they knew that they would have to operate under cosmic law. But in doing so, they had to you know what I'm saying? Man, I probably gotta come back in. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta be a pause. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, hold on. I'm on live. I'm gonna hit you back, sweetheart.
Hi, love you.
All right, love you. Okay. So we gotta figure out why they chose to put this between Cali and Arizona, center of the world. I just read to y'all about the center of the world. Everything started coming out. I brought to y'all about what was found in the Grand Canyon. Why was Joseph found in the Grand Canyon? His works, pictographs, hieroglyphs. Why were those things in the Grand Canyon? Nobody care to know? Nobody care to know, huh? The Most High hallowed it, answered Joseph, in that he kept an eye on it, and let me not be destroyed therein, but sent you by that way, that you might save me. So that questioned the merchant, or in other, or in order that, so that in that order that responded Joseph, both or as one will. This is the way that this read is crazy. So I know it don't make sense, but it's a conversation going back and forth between the merchant, right, the Midianites, and Joseph. And basically, what the merchant, Joseph, just broke down to him how cosmic law works, right? He's he's saying like, yeah, y'all on your own path, right? You dealing with your own world. Your world just happened to collide with mine. That's not by chance, and not by coincidence. But to make things right, stay on course, I gotta ask y'all or tell y'all right? How things work. So he's telling them right here how his center, how his world collided into theirs, or theirs collided into his for a purpose, right? And their purpose was to save, right? On a larger scale, their purpose, they not even knowing, right? How the Most High make them do something great by saving him out of the well. Because everybody know what later on transpired after they didn't, you know what I'm saying, drug him to Egypt and then sold him to Pharaoh. What ended up happening, right? I'm pretty sure they got fed too. The Ishmaelites, the Midianites, he fed the whole world. So they played a bigger role than what they thought. You know what I'm saying? They thought they was just picking this dude up that was, you know what I'm saying, that was a slave, and they was about to make a quick buck off him. Nah. Y'all, this is again, let me go here. Okay. So you seeing that? You see what I put in the search bar? Okay. You see what they did here? Again, you see what I put in the search bar up there. So why did they do this here? When it was concerning Joseph. I just gave you 3 references now. Okay. Now it's time to take it to the Bible. Well, where is this in the Bible? Somebody asks. Right? Because most people not going to validate it. They're not going to take it as, you know what I'm saying? It's not sustainable. It's not, you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, it's not true, it's cap, because it's not in the Bible. Most people think that. Fine, fair, okay. Genesis 49. Where is it at in the Bible, huh? You know what I wanted to do? I'm going to get that too. I'm going to get that in the other Bible. But for right now, let me get, y'all bear with me real quick. I want to get something real quick. Let me get that new NIV. Just want to do a quick comparison real quick, see what it say. Just see what it say. I just wanted to bring this to the people, man. I appreciate who's here, who stayed, you know what I'm saying? Scratch a lie, find a thief. All right? When you scratch a lie, you'll find a thief. I'm gonna skip all this. Well, anyway, man, just take me to the Bible, man. Dang. Okay. Jeez. That make you do 50,000 things. Okay. Of course, they start off, start off with John, right? The New Testament. They run you to that real quick. Forget about the Old Testament, done away with. It's done away with. That's what they say. That's how they got you. That's how religion got you. Old Testament done away with. But yet the Most High, you know what I'm saying, continuously say from of old. From of old. People still don't see it. 49 and 24. Okay. So my King James, the King James say, Joseph is a fruitful branch, even a fruitful branch by a well, whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Okay. But his bow remained steady, his strong arm stayed limber because of the hand of the mighty one of Jacob, because of the shepherd, the rock of Israel. That read completely different. Now, you see, it varies. It varies, man. You don't know what Bible is going to say what. You know what I'm saying? It varies. Hey, hey, you see that, right? DZ, Beast, you see that? Right? And you see how I spelled even up there in the search bar. But AI said this. All right, I'm calling it scratch a lie, find a thief. But AI chose to say this. Right? So when I switch it, all because I said the even Shataya is related to Joseph, is the stone of Joseph, right? They spelled it even on purpose. Because when I put God, it's connected to the even Shataya. And you see the search bar, I spelled it the same way, right? They chose to say yes, and they spelled even Shataya. They didn't say even, right? So I titled it Scratch a Lie, Find a Thief. Scratch a lie, find a thief. You didn't catch it. And Genesis 49, verse 24 in particular tells you that Joseph is the foundation stone. That's why in these other records that I brung to you, like it was read again, like I read, right? It says, as for instance, many of the legends bearing upon Jacob, those connected with the latter years of the patriarch, do not appear in the chapter bearing his name, but will be found in the sections devoted to Joseph. For this reason, okay, for the reason that once the son steps upon the scene, he becomes the central figure to which the life and deeds of the father are subordinate. Now, take you here, the son stepping up on the scene, so now it makes sense. With this, Joseph dreamed another dream, how the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars bowed down before him, And Jacob, to whom he told it first, was rejoiced over it, for he understood its meaning properly. He knew that he himself was designated by the Son. So all you Judites out there, listen carefully. Y'all better listen to your daddy. Okay? Listen to your daddy. Papa know best. Jacob knew when Joseph stepped up on the scene, his life was designated by the Son. See why they took that out your Bible? Who took it out the Bible? I give you a hint. You want the hint? The hint is still in Genesis 49. Judah, thou art he whom your brethren shall praise. Your hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Your father's children shall bow down before thee. Is it coming together? They had y'all looking at Revelations. The church had the whole world looking at Revelations when Revelations was in Genesis this whole time. What a plot twist. Revelations was in Genesis this entire time. Amazing. Amazing. By way of punishment for having traduced his 10 brethren before his father, Joseph had to languish for 10 years in the prison, to which the wiles of traducers, had in turn condemned him. But on the other hand, as he had sanctified the name of the Most High before the world by his chastity and his steadfastness, he was rewarded. Y'all catch that? He sanctified. So at this time, prior to him being in prison and stuff like that, and being condemned by others, the Most High name was already defiled. The things that they leave out. Scratch a lie, find a thief. Scratch a lie, find a thief. Again, but on the other hand, as he had sanctified the name of the Most High before the world by his chastity and his steadfastness, he was rewarded. The letter He right? The letter He, he, which occurs twice in the name of the Most High, was added to his name, He, had been called Joseph. He had been called Joseph, but now he was called also Jehoshaphat. I'm gonna look up something right now. That's what I'm about to do right now. About to do this right now. Watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. About to do this right now. Real time. Real time. Okay. Let's look up. Meaning in Hebrew. I am. It Jeho. Jeho means I am, or the one who is. In case nobody gets it, don't worry. I'll be plastering this on YouTube as well as TikTok. You can't make this up. Wait, let me take my thing down. You can't make this up. Hold on. I'll see what's going on here. It's probably backwards, but everybody consider. Look, how you find the truth is you find the actions that matches what the Most High embodies. What's the attributes of the living God? Right? Righteousness, holiness, mercy, long suffering. All of these things are tied. No guile, no darkness, no evil in his heart. All these things are tagged to Joseph. All of them. But yet, my people that like me want to and don't want to do the due diligence themselves to see what I'm saying is the unadulterated truth. All right. It means I am, or the one who is. Again, let's get another account. And so, man, I'm gonna start just coming at y'all with the heat. Out of the keys of Enoch, man. No, 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 no. Here it is. I thought I just saw it. Okay. Pharaoh yield. He promised to do as they wished, and he appointed the following day as the time for examining Joseph, who had returned to his prison. In the meantime, for on the account of his wife, his master feared to have him stay in his house. During the night, Gabriel appeared unto Joseph and taught him all 70 languages, and he acquired them quickly after the angel had changed his name from Joseph to Jehoshaphat. Okay, so this is not only in this book, in the Legend of the Jews. This is recorded in Jasher. It's basically whatever you won't find in the Bible is where it's recorded. Yeah, yeah. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Peace, love, okay? Peace and prosperity I send to you and your households. Ashe, and all beautiful greetings I send your way. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for the ones that tuned in, that was locked in. I appreciate you. I hope y'all caught it. Bringing out the foundation stone. This is the beginning of us having our own laws, our own government. This is not just some church. This is not your Sunday service I'm bringing to you right here. This is the beginning of us being a nation again, of us having our own government, our statutes. All right? This is how we build up our walls again, the walls of Jerusalem, by having our own government established with the laws of the living God. Shalom. Shalom.